Okay, so this is one of the top selling sauces, certainly on the US market. When I say sauces, I should say sort of chili sauce. It's obviously described as hot sauce. It's called Cholula. I hope I'm pronouncing that okay. So the problem that we're trying to solve here is how do you consistently make Cholula, when I say consistently, make it at a certain sort of heat or Scoville heat unit, so that the consumer gets a reproducible product and a reproducible experience. So the way we do it, what we've done is we've taken 1 volume of the Cholula and we've added 4 volumes of the buffer. I've done that previously, but what's nice about the food sense, and I will sort of go into this a little bit more, is it doesn't take a lot of sample prep, and actually this sample is not terribly transparent and not everything is fully dissolved, but we use the buffer to try and get all the capsaicin that is the source of one of the sources of the hotness of Cholula. We get it into the liquid phase. So this is our sample. This is our food sense box. This is our chili sensor. So I take the chili sensor and I put it into the food sense. Next thing I'm going to do now is you'll see that it takes very little sample to actually make a measurement on the Scoville heat unit of this. What's nice about this technology is that it can be quite, how would I describe it? Objective. When you're trying to, make sauces, people tend to sort of use the quality control manager who might, make a subjective assessment. Now, the problem with tasting and those kind of subjective ways of doing it are, people can have off days, people can be variable. And it's really also the amount of material that can give you a sensation of hotness. A lot will make it taste hotter than it necessarily was if you just took a little bit. Anyway, enough speak. I've put the sample on the sensor, sensors in the meter. I take the app, I tell the app that I've done a 1 in 4 dilution, and then we hit essentially measure, and it's going to progress now. So at this moment now, it's actually doing the analysis. And so I'll let that complete, and then we can look at the Scoville heat units. So we've got the result back, and we've got a score of 1,046 SHUs, or Scoville heat units, and that's actually quite consistent for us. We've been testing this bottle on and off over the last few days, and it's a tasty sauce, but it's not intended to be sort of super strong like some of the sort of artisan brands that are on the market. But we got a score, as I say, of 1,046 Scoville heat units. It's a nice objective score, and it's something that can kind of go in the quality control record to be used for sort of batch release, etc., rather than otherwise having to do an HPLC, which is a machine that costs tens of thousands of US dollars and is expensive to run, requires organic solvents, requires a lab. So if you've got any questions about the food sense from Zimmer & Peacock, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Okay, thanks very much.